YouTube. I am Mikito, and this is Mikito News, the first broadcast. So, you'll excuse me for my studio being non-existent. I have the construction crew. They're working on the new one, and I'm hiring a team of newscasters. It's going to be sports, weather, on the scene, and in the studio with me, Mikito. It's going to be pretty at ease. Pretty casual. So, Cocks and cartoons? That's right. Netflix children's cartoon show Maya the Bee was pulled off after an angry mom made allegations of obvious penises placed into the animation. Now the studio is looking at charges against them. Parents can get triggered by so many things these days. We all know social media is a one big trigger orgy. So maybe one of the animators, maybe one of the animators wrongly added in adult content for sick reasons. We all know that Disney has been accused over many years. Maybe it just happens to resemble, meaty cocks by chance. You never know. It could just look like, it could just be that. This one is called B.O.B. Satellite Man. Recently, hip-hop artist B.O.B. reached $590 in his GoFundMe page to send a satellite into space to prove that the world is flat. Last year, B.O.B. and astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson debated the shape of the Earth via social media. It was great. B.O.B. is asking for $200,000 for this satellite. I think some college kids used a balloon to float a device high enough to do testing on a similar, I think it had to do more with atmosphere and stuff like that. But again, you could use something like that. B.O.B. could use this same method to prove the shape of the world. This costs $150. Spending a fifth of $1,000,000 to go against nearly every scientist on the planet, and what society has known for as fact for hundreds of years. B.O.B. can, of course, think and preach what he wants and believes, but by asking for $200,000 of donations to prove that the world is flat. Oh, and disprove gravity, just so we're aware of that. What about starving children? That would be something that I would, like a GoFundMe page could go towards. I'm not saying that he doesn't donate money to charities and starving kids. I don't know. I haven't looked. He might not. He might donate more than that. He may have donated $3.5 million just yesterday to starving children. I don't know. But to raise $200,000 and just to spend it on a satellite to prove something that, in the end, to starving kids and to, most of society, just to prove that the world is flat. I don't think so. But that's just me. Michael Jackson look-alike? A girl's boyfriend looks just like Michael Jackson. End of days, or days of our lives? Is the Earth doomed to end September 23rd? Obviously not, since, it's, I think, September 29th. But David Meade, a numberologist, said so. Planet X would collide with Earth in a biblical apocalypse. Seeing that we are still here, I can assume the claim was misunderstood or bullshit. A conspiracy number counter says that the Bible tells doomsdays. In my opinion, if, for you viewers and for, him if he ever sees this, be an accountant if you really want to be a a number guy and, stop being an ass clown. So, well, that's it for Mikito news of the first broadcast. Keep in mind, I will only be doing... No, I'll take that back. I will try to do unusual news feeds. I don't want to do popular stuff. I mean, the B.O.B. thing, yes, was popular and all that kind of stuff, and the Doomsday thing. I just thought it'd be funny to chime in on that stuff. So sometimes popular stuff, but I wanted to do unusual stuff, like the lady that created a sex den orgy that was a teacher with teen boys. Anyways, hope all of you out there have a good night, and if you want to subscribe or like or watch it or, disrespect me in the comments, feel free. Thanks, guys. Breaking news, everyone. More than 80 false killer whales, members of the dolphin family, beached themselves off the South Florida coast in January 2017. It's quite a while ago. I don't know why I didn't hear about this, but interesting story that I haven't heard, so it's not super popular. Of the group of 95 suspected to be stranded off the coast, 81 were discovered dead. Oh, okay. So out of the 95 in the area, the group of 95 suspected to be stranded off the coast, 81 were discovered dead. Officials of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said 13 false killer whales are unaccounted for, and one was seen swimming alive. Okay, so yeah, that adds up. Scientists said this is the largest instance of whales beaching themselves in the state's history. Whoa. Because I was going to say that's because of the hurricane or the bad things going over there, but it's obviously not since it was in January. Very unusual. Could it have to do with climate change? The changing of the oceans? Changing of the atmosphere, the weather? Agriculture? I don't know. We shall find out.